in general often fall into this category, but some of them don't. So let's talk about alienating games. Games that aren't necessarily isolated. They don't really have communities that only watch that game, but they will alienate people so fucking fast. Now, like I said, these are not as bad as the ones that are both alienating and isolated, but Blade and Soul. Blade and Soul is a game I absolutely cannot stand. I despise Blade and Soul. So do half of my other mods. So do half of the population. However, the people who do watch it will watch other shit. It's really entertaining how it works. It may be because it's a new game, it may be because it has a bunch of hype, but to be honest with you, if you started off on Blade and Soul and you started off streaming this game, it may be a good way to grow on Twitch and then take those people elsewhere. However, if you decide to switch to Blade and Soul, you may find that the majority of your viewer base leaves you. It despises me too. Yeah, Squilla, if you played Blade and Soul for 2 days, you may have had people who just left your community entirely. So there's that. Hearthstone. Surprisingly, Hearthstone is an alienating game. Hearthstone's community that watches Hearthstone, not actually so much isolated. A lot of people play Hearthstone just in their off time. Occasionally they'll watch it on Twitch, but the people who actually watch Hearthstone or watch Hearthstone streamers will typically follow them to other games. It's really surprising that they do. It's still not in a huge droves and that sort of thing. However, Hearthstone itself, if I watched another streamer and they switch to Hearthstone, I'm probably gonna turn that shit off. The only exception is if the streamer is very, very, very good. I literally will watch one streamer play Hearthstone, and that's Simcopter, and that's because he's amazing. He's literally like, I have no idea what's going on in Hearthstone, but I will watch him play it. And that's probably because he streams it regularly and he's good at it, and I don't even know what's happening in it, but it will, if you just randomly decide to switch to Hearthstone, it's probably going to send away a majority of your viewership. Destiny. Destiny, there's a ton of people who hate Destiny. They hate it. They fucking hate it. I don't necessarily hate Destiny. I think it's meh. But for the most part, there's a bunch of people who just despise the fucking game entirely, which makes it an alienating game. I mean, when I mean a bunch of people, there's a large portion of people. However, the community that does watch Destiny don't really understand that. They don't understand there's a ton of people that hate the game and they'll go watch other games. So Destiny is pretty self-explanatory. Minecraft should be self-explanatory. There's a lot of people that just fucking hate this shit. But the people who watch Minecraft, surprisingly, will watch other stuff too. And World Warships and Tanks, to a degree, if you switch to these, I'm gonna turn it off. But yeah, they're to a degree. I'll turn that shit off. And I think a lot of other people agree. These games just get boring. You'll notice that most of these games here, most of the games under the UFOs or alienating games category are boring games. I hate to say it, but they're very, very slow-paced games. Now, granted, like I said, the thing is with both alienating games and isolate games, you can use them in certain intervals. You can use them if you love these games. You can actually use these games in certain intervals. And what I mean by that is at certain lifetimes of your stream, if you decide to play these games, it's not that bad. So for instance, if you actually start off playing an alienating game, it's not that bad because you can build your following up off of it and then take that viewership elsewhere. Now, if you build on the opposite side of the foot, if you already have a following and you want to go try out an isolated game, yeah, it's maybe not going to be that bad for you. You can maybe build a following on that game, but they're really not going to follow you elsewhere either. So in both aspects, you're not really getting as much as you could out of a game. But if you love the games that much, they're not that bad if you approach them from the right perspective. So now that we've covered alienated and isolated games, we're probably gonna have a ton of questions during the Q&A period. Please save them for the end of, is this particular game alienating or isolated? Please, please, please save that. But in the meantime, let's talk about Twitch etiquette. Basically the unwritten rules on Twitch. I'm gonna drink something really fast. All right, so let's talk about Twitch etiquette. The one big thing the number one thing that is Twitch etiquette on Twitch is not announcing that you're a streamer. Like, do not, if you're just starting out streamer, if you are just tuning in right now and you're just thinking of getting into streaming, never go into someone else's stream and mention, even like off chance mention, I'm a streamer. Don't mention it. Just never bring up that I'm a streamer. Don't talk about your stream times. Don't do anything like that. What you need to do to prove to somebody that you're a streamer is just that. Prove it. Fucking prove it. And by proving it, go raid and go host them. Raid and host them when you're done with your stream. Show them that you are a streamer. That's how you do it. Do not talk about it, but show them. It's more like the actions speak louder than words thing. But with Twitch, that shit will get you banned. If you start announcing it and that sort of thing, just don't. So let's go on to returning raids and hosts when possible. So Lunsky, if you're still here, I'm going to talk about that thing you brought up in the Q&A section about if you get raided and hosted, don't be that douche that doesn't return them. Don't be that douche. This is general Twitch etiquette. If somebody raids and hosts you, especially repeatedly, yes, there's like a value to raids and hosts about what you get out of them. But as a general rule, if you get raided and hosted, try to return that shit. Yes, you cannot raid and return every single host and like every single host and raid. However, if you are a streamer with 100 viewers and somebody raids you with 10 viewers and they raid you with 10 viewers 5 times, that shit makes a difference. And you should definitely return that fucking favor. And it kind of equate things like that, you know? Like, if somebody's bringing viewers over to you, bring them back, you know? Like, show them that you care too. Don't be that person that only raids people bigger than you. If smaller streamers are raiding you, they're not just looking to help out sometimes. They kind of need that too, you know? So, definitely do that. So don't be that dude. Also, here's the other thing. As much as we talk about whips and chains around here and paddling and stuff like that. What's up, Mudflap? How are you doing? As much as we talk about whips and chains around here, do not abuse your viewers. Do not abuse your viewers. And what I mean by this is general Twitch etiquette of do not yell at your viewers. Do not yell at your viewers. Like, it's one of the worst fucking things you can do on Twitch. Like, no one wants to go into a stream and listen to you yell at people or get mad at people in your stream. Don't do it. Even if you are mad at your viewers for some reason, realize that if you're mad at your viewers for some reason, maybe it's something you're doing wrong. So when you're looking at stuff like this, do not abuse your viewers. That also brings me to don't abuse the game that you're playing. No one wants to hear you talk bad about the game that you're playing. Now, however, constructive criticism is absolutely okay. Give an honest 100% review. But don't go on about how this game sucks and that sort of thing. If the game sucks, don't fucking play it. Now, if it's your first time playing the game and that sort of thing, like I said, review the game honestly. But don't go in there and just constantly bash on and on and on about how the game sucks. And also, if you're playing a game and the game is making you salty, try to find a way to not, like, hate on, like, oh my god, I fucking, like, this game sucks, I dodged that, I knew I did. I do that occasionally. I even need to follow my own advice here. But to be honest with you, try not to bash on the game. No one wants to hear that. They want to hear you make your mistakes and not the game making the mistakes for you. So make sure you don't bash on the game just constantly. Like, if you want to make a few statements about it, that's maybe okay, but still try to avoid that at all costs. So this brings me to the next thing, which is you can have it your way. And I'm not talking about Burger King. I'm talking about your stream. This stream is your stream. It's not a democracy anymore. It's a dictatorship. So what I mean by that is this is your stream. Make it your stream. Do it your way. Do not let other people dictate what you can and cannot do with your stream, including me. Like, I'm giving you guys all this info and all this other stuff, but you don't have to listen to this. Granted, this is stuff I've learned. This is stuff I've learned from my year on Twitch, but to be honest with you, this is a dictatorship. It is. It is. And it's your stream. So whether that comes down to your mods or your viewers, make sure you understand that there's a lot of times where people are going to want you to do things. There's a lot of times where there's going to be people, whether it's your mods, your viewers, or your mom, are going to want you to do a certain thing with your stream. And to be honest with you, don't. Because all that's going to do is make you suffer. So here's what I mean by that. Chat wants to screw you in more than one way. So, you know, you want some fuck. What I mean by this is, if you throw everything you do in the stream up to a vote, chat will screw you every fucking time. Chat will fuck you over every time. Do not vote on difficulty in your stream. Ever. Ever. Your chat will always vote on the hardest difficulty. Chats are trolls as a whole. Like, individual people are fine. As a collective whole, they're fucking retarded. Do not let them vote on difficulty at all. Like, it's just asking for a bad time, because here's the thing. At first, it's hilarious. At first, it's fucking hilarious that you let chat vote on this, and that they voted on, you know, let's do this on the hardest fucking difficulty we can. And at first it's kind of like, oh yay, you know, this is like, everybody has a nice good laugh that, oh, we made Ashley do this on nightmare difficulty. And then what they're really doing though is they're screwing over themselves. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get into the game, you're going to have trouble with the game, and then you're going to be mad and you're going to be salty and you're going to have to keep replaying sections of that game, and no one wants to watch that. No one really wants to watch you replay the same section of the game over and over again. I know. As someone who is literally stuck in Bloodborne Blood Level 4 for hours now, no one wants to watch me do that. Now they want to watch me beat Ludwig, they want to see the struggle for a bit, but they don't want to watch you. They don't want to watch you try that same section over and over and over and over again for 4 hours. They do not want to do it. What's up, Burke Black? Thank you. Try being better at the game. Absolutely. You can also try not being a troll. So that's one of the things. Don't vote on difficulty. Also, if you do want to give your chat votes on stuff, make sure that every option is something you're okay with. So if you do want to give them votes on stuff, make sure you give them options that you're okay with. So skew your fucking votes. Either make the question that's leaning towards where you want to go, to where it's obvious which one they're going to vote on, which sounds, you know, shady as fuck, but in a way it helps your chat, you know, see like, okay, yes, we get to vote on things. Or to be honest with you, like I said, just make sure that every single option you put in the vote is something you're okay with. So, vote is rigged, confirmed. 100% rigged. I will go ahead and tell you this. Vote is always rigged. Always rigged. Here's the other thing is, do not ask open-ended questions to your chat sometimes about what direction to take with your stream. What I mean by this is asking, what game should we play next? How many fucking times have I asked that and I get Hello Kitty Island Adventure? Fuck that shit. Now, if you just want to get some ideas and shit like that, it's fine. But to be honest with you, asking like, hey, I'm going to give away a game. What game do you guys want? They're going to be like Barbie Dating Simulator. I mean, don't do it. You're just causing yourself a headache. Try to phrase things in a way to where you're going to get the answers you want. Yes, put things to a vote. Touch Ash's butt. Also, touch Ash's butt. Yes. All right. So now that we've talked about skewing things in the right direction, let's talk about what happens when you get sick. I know this because I recently got sick. I'm still sick, still recovering. But let's talk about taking a breather. When you are on Twitch, and if you're treating Twitch like a job, you're maybe gonna consider that, hey, someday I'm gonna get sick. Someday I'm not gonna be able to make a stream. Here's the thing. Here's one of the good things about Twitch. You don't have to have a makeup day. You don't have to have a makeup day. When you consider your favorite TV shows and stuff like that, if they miss a day, if they have to cancel a stream because cancel the show because some special event or something like that, they don't end up having a makeup day. They just continue the show right where it left off on the next one. You do the same thing. Because to be honest with you, if you try to use a day that you don't normally stream and you try to stream on that day, your viewership is not going to be there. And it's not going to be worth it, because then the next day that you stream on that day, the viewers that you did get from that day you're not going to be streaming on that day. So to be honest with you, don't worry about makeup days. If you miss a day, just let your chat know, let them know, and set a return date. Set a fucking return date. Make sure your chat knows when you're coming back. Like, let them know, like, in every way you possibly can. Let them know that you are coming back on a specific date. Now, here's the key with letting them know you're coming back on a specific date. Let them know as your stream title. Let them know on Twitter. Let them know on Facebook if you're doing Facebook. Let them know on YouTube if you have to. If you're going to be gone for a long period of time, make a short YouTube video and go, hey guys, I'm going to be long for a long period of time. I'm going to be gone for a long period of time. Get them a date. Here's the thing with dates. Under promise, over deliver. This is a thing directly from some marketing campaigns shit. It's ridiculous, but it works. So what you do is when you're setting a date, say, I'm going to be back on, you know, like, say for instance, like maybe I had to go deal with some family shit. And I knew that more than likely the family shit was probably only going to take this weekend. Let people know, hey, I'm going to be back on Tuesday. Now, if I find out ahead of time that I am definitely going to be back on Monday, let them know ahead of time. But to be honest with you, it's letting them know, giving a longer span of time and letting them know, hey, we're going to be gone this long. And then letting them know, hey, I'm able to come back sooner is way better than having to delay it. So it's never too soon to come back early. It's never too soon to come back early, but it's always bad to come back late. So never come back late if you can help it. Like, if you have to delay and then delay and delay, you will send viewers away so fucking fast. However, like I said, if you under promise and then over deliver, it's absolutely fine to come back too early. Everybody's happy about you coming back too early. So yeah. Here's the other thing. Sick days are gonna happen, man. Sick days are gonna happen. Don't go Google that shit. You'll end up having, like, you know, testicular cancer and you're a girl. So don't go Google what you have. But here's the thing. When you are sick, it's very, very easy to stay in touch with your viewers for the most part. So make sure you let them know. Let them know why you're sick. Let them know why you're not on stream. Let them know, you know, like, let them know, like, through Twitter and your stream title and everything like that. Stay in touch with them. Keep that community active. Keep them, like, knowing. You have so many tools now. Discord, Twitter, everything, you know. Damn it, not testicular cancer again! Right? So it's you know, make sure you guys please stay in touch with your chats. Keep your community together. Keep them understanding that, you know, this is not the end of the stream, that we will be back on X date, and then show up early. That's basically the gist of taking a breather. The other thing is, keep yourself from getting sick. Don't overwork yourself like I do. Don't overwork yourself like I do. Like, I do this all the time. Like, I'm doing it right now. Like, I should not make these streams 4 hours, to be honest with you. But I am. For you guys. But to be honest with you, it's gonna make me sick. And I need to, like, take breaks soon and that sort of thing. But, here's the deal. You need to fucking relax. You have to. Do not stream 7 days a week. If you stream 7 days a week, I'm gonna murder your family. Wait, not really. That was not a threat. It was like, in video games, if you had a family in video games, I would murder them there. But this is what I mean. Do not stream 7 days a week, guys. You have to give yourself breaks. You have to give yourself breaks. You absolutely have to. If you don't give yourself breaks, you're gonna get sick. You're gonna be away from the stream way longer than you need to. So guys, do not, if you can, do not stream 7 days a week. Take a day off. Take two. I honestly recommend 4 to 5 days a week of streaming. 5 days is probably your best bet. But I recommend 4 to 5 days a week, and I stream 6. Should I stream 6? Probably not. But I want to keep growing, and obviously the more you stream, the better it's gonna be. But at the same time, you're also opening up the door for yourself to get sick. So, what if you don't have a life? I don't have a life at all. So yeah. So we have just enough time left in the stream to do one more Q&A session. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna run and use the bathroom. You guys go ahead and start tagging me